you shouldn't be allowed to just walk in just because you're of age. To go
I
in
feel y'all on that part.
and just, show them your license. They run it. Okay, you ain't got.
You talk about a mental health test. They need to be mentally.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be some.
I'm serious.
A test.
Yeah.
I agree.
It should be some required training. If I can't drive
Right.
without taking a test,
why
without
should
having
you get a
some kind of
license
training,
without getting-
why should I have something that can literally be pulled out and killed someone? Because more people are killed by guns than cars.
This episode of Shop Talk is sponsored by Aftermath Lawn Service and Landscaping, mowing, mulching, straw, pressure washing, and more. You can call owner Edward Brown at 803-464-7605. Again, that's 803-464-7605. Train So Hard University, where it's just not a movement, it's a lifestyle. You can contact myself, Excalibur Miller, on Facebook, on my Instagram, The Miller Experience, or you contact my brother, T Miller, on Facebook, or on Instagram, Prodigal Son 36. Interested in being a sponsor for Shop Talk or the Miller Experience, you can contact myself, Ernest Miller, at 803-565-9752, or you can hit me up on my email at eaenestmiller83@gmail.com. You can also make contact with my producer, Victor Wesley of Vic West Production. His telephone number is 803-225-0021. Also, his email address is vicwestp@gmail.com.
Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, girl. Get up, you need to get up off your ass, boy. Get up. First things first, don't do this rap shit to stand out. My plan's about to minimize the folks holding their hands out. Whether you on the corner bumming or they at your man's house, relying on government funds, crying cause they ran out.
Gun violence, ownership. Does more guns make us safer in society? Is open carry a good idea? Who wants to start off with this?
Yes, I will because I was a firearms instructor. The more guns we have in society, the safer our society will be. And I take this from experience. If you take guns away from what I would deem as the normal folk, criminals will always have the guns, always have access to them, and will always be able to get them. And if there's one thing that will destroy a man or even a woman, is to lose their family to a criminal. That they weren't able to protect their family when an intruder walks through that door, busts through that door, breaks into their home, tries to carjack them, what have you. But the problem with guns now and has been, and you serve, and I speak for people that have spent some time in jail, you serve your time and then you're not allowed to carry a gun because of this offense or that offense or this offense. I'm sorry, that's not right. If you are a convicted murderer, no, I don't want you to have a gun. Okay? Okay? Okay. But if you sold some damn dope, I don't care, man. If you and your wife got into it and you both battered each other, does that mean you're going to take a gun and kill somebody? No. There's no psychology behind that whatsoever.
She'll probably shoot you first.
But that person with domestic violence, though, they no longer get a gun. There are misdemeanors in this state that will stop you from carrying a gun. And I've never said this to anybody in this community. I will never be allowed to carry a gun for a misdemeanor charge. Ever again. And that was my passion. I used to have 10, 12 guns, and I loved shooting. I loved teaching people. I loved doing those things. But State law has prevented me from doing that.
Stop right there. Let me ask you a question. And I never really realized this till I moved back to South Carolina. What's the why is so many people here love guns so much? I never understood that.
Honestly, I don't.
I mean, I carry one, but I'm not a big. I'm not gonna
tell you
spend.
why.
I'm not gonna spend almost $500 $1,000
We in
on
the
a gun.
South.
No. I'm talking. Even when I lived in Florida, it wasn't like that. When I moved to South Carolina,
Bible Belt South.
Look, you know where you at?
I know where I'm at.
You're in redneck country.
Thank you.
But
That's
people
just
are
what it is.
fascinated by the
Because I mean,
different
this
styles.
topic, like, people get mad, man. I'm like,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I remember when the Desert Eagle came out.
Ooh, I
that
love
50
that
cal. That had enough
Bruce
kickback.
Willis had it
It
in
would
that
snap
dog
your.
movie.
Some
I
people
was like,
literally
wow.
snap their wrist. And there's all. I mean, if you look online, there's all kinds of phenomenal guns. I had a Mossberg pump, Go Sight rings, fast loads, 6-in-1 load, 6 in the chute and 1 in the chamber. Man, I pop up over a course and I can knock down the sign. I mean, if you're
does it
into
make you feel powerful?
No, it's all adrenaline. It's all competition. Kind of like basketball or football. It's a competition. Even if you're playing with your boys, 3 on this side, 3 on that side. We kicked your ass today. It's the same thing when you're at especially a tactical event. A tactical event is off the chain, man. It's a whip. Like you jump over cars and you pop 3 signs down and you got to reload. I mean, that used to be exciting. And now with all the different styles of guns they've got out, and you can put camo on it. You can put. I don't believe in all that shit, man. I just give me a what is a P
Camo.
You can put a
Different
flag on it.
designs
You can put
yeah.
camo on it. You can put you can dress it. I think it was a Sig P90 back then. It was a long time ago, and I had a Sig 40, and then I had the Mossberg pump. And then I had a semi-auto. I can't remember what it was. And it's just fun. It's just fun. But I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, it collected dust. But do we have a right to protect ourselves? I believe that 100%.
But is that really protecting yourself, or is that because it's two different things?
Yours is more of a hobby.
Yeah.
Well, no. I was answering his question. Why in the South? But so I reverted back. If somebody comes in my home, in my house, I'm a man. I am to sacrifice whatever I have to for my kids, for my wife, whatever. Same thing applies if someone's going to harm my family. It's I will put them behind me. You're going to kill me first. Yeah. If my son is dying, I will give you my kidney. Okay, that's how I am. So for me, not to be able to protect my family, like, wow. And you think about some guys that do go to jail for child support. Yeah, I thought that was always... excuse me, you can't carry a gun because you got convicted in over 2 years of back child support because you couldn't get a job? And you're in arrears 5 years, so you're never going to get out the rear, but you're not even allowed to protect yourself, by the way. That's a whole different story. But the Constitution guarantees every single American the right to bear arms. Not if you did this, not if you did that. There is no dividing line with the Constitution.
I understand. Listen, let's get back to the question now. Open carry, because my thing is this: I agree with everything you're saying. But why I need to walk around and show everybody I got a gun on my side?
Yeah, that's gonna be the Wild Wild West. Right?
Why? And especially here in the
But
South.
It used to be the Wild Wild West.
But you think of the laws and things that govern here in the South, in South Carolina. You have the right to oppose a police officer if you feel you're being falsely arrested. Now, look at this. You got this generation that don't know a damn thing about the law. But yet, I ain't got to show you my ID. I ain't got to do this and I ain't got to do that. And now he got a gun. So now I tell him, turn around, put his hands behind his back. He's got the right, because he believes that, not knowing that that's not the law, to draw that weapon. So what's going to happen? I'm going to drop him. I'm gonna drop him. So you got this generation with open carry that is just whatever. With open carry, we don't have the right as police officers to ask you whether or not you have a concealed weapons permit because that's the law. No, we can't. If you're carrying your gun right now, and I'm in uniform and I walk past you, whatever have you, I can't say, hey, sir, you got your concealed weapons permit.
So I could have been walking around with my shit on.
Yeah. Now, the only way, the only way I can ask you is if I come in contact with you because of something else.
Hold on now, let's keep it 100. If we do it, we suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why we?
That's my point.
Yeah. Now, I mean, Jason, we see it from your perspective,
that's the privilege
and now
part.
we tell you from our perspective. We do it. Cause I see a lot. I know black guys that's carrying, but I don't see them openly showing it like some I see white guys around here doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't never done it. I went to the
Yeah.
courthouse and forgot I had my little
So,
X right
if I remember
against the
correctly,
wall.
the Constitution gives you the right to bear arms.
Give you
okay?
the right to bear arms. Okay, understand it, and that's fine. All right, and you have the right to bear arms throughout every state. They got certain ways you can bear it or whatever have you. Okay, that's fine. You walking back and forth from your vehicle to the house. To the car or whatever have you. You can have it in your hand. In the car, you put it in the middle console or in the glove compartment. All right, in the state of Virginia, you can have it in the glove compartment or in the middle console, or you can have it in the vehicle. But when that police officer approaches your vehicle, you need to have it either on the dashboard, on the seat, and open so that they can see it. Okay. With that being said, again, why not just stay with concealed weapon? Because what that does is that gives that individual the opportunity to go take a class so they learn how to handle that weapon. As of right now, any man over the age of 21 can go into the store, as long as he doesn't have certain felonies, he can go into the store, buy a gun, put it on his side, and just walk around.
I'm gonna say something to what you said as far as like the protocol when a cop stop you and you put your gun, all that. I don't do none of that.
Yeah, no, but it all depends on your state. It all depends on your state.
I don't care. I done been to all these different states. Know what I do? If a cop asks me if I got a weapon in the car, I say no. Ask me why I say that. Why? Because I done see too many niggas get shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pull me out the car. I'd rather see you in court. I ain't gonna resist.
Let me help you.
So I'm gonna tell you where the gun
at. Let me help you, Fred. Let me help you, Fred, and help others. Okay? Let me help you and help others. You got people at DMV that don't do that right, that don't do their job. Okay? You go to DMV today and pay for your tags, all right? And your tags will be put into the system that they're legit.
Okay.
I work at DMV. You came in at 4:30. I get off at 5. I leave that shit to tomorrow.
They do it tomorrow.
Now.
Or it might be Friday. They wait till Monday to do it.
So it's Saturday, you get pulled over by that police officer 1 o'clock in the morning that you passed, and you tell him you don't have a gun in the car. Okay, he's cooperative and everything. You give him your license and registration and everything, and your vehicle come back not registered. Now your license showing up suspended. You get pulled out of the car and he find a gun.
I'd rather him find that damn gun rather me being. Look, I'm not taking no chances, brother. I'll deal with all the other consequences. I refuse to sit there and tell that officer I got a gun, or to tell them, because I don't even see when people show them they got their.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm tell you like I tell people.
Their permit and still get shot.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell people when I pull them on. Don't believe everything you see on TV, man.
Man, I saw the video. So like everybody else, I see no boy told I got a gun. Pop,
like I said, I'm different. If you tell me you got a gun, this is what I do. If you tell me you got a gun, this is what I do. I ask you where, you tell me where.
I'm going to tell you where it's at.
No, but I go to the opposite side, and I take the gun out myself, put it on the hood, and then we finish our conversation for your safety and my safety. So you won't think I'm trying to shoot you, and I won't think you're trying to do anything.
That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, for y'all safety and mine. I'm not going to tell you till I get out. If you want to pull me out,
you know they're going to make it look worse, man.
I don't give a damn. I'm going to say, hey, look, I can be, you know how y'all line us up like this or however, but you can go fun around in the car all you want, and I'm going to tell you, and then my paperwork is in the glove compartment. I ain't got time to get shot because I don't know what I'm stepping
in. I get what you're saying. Because how the way things are now, I get what you're saying, man, but I'm going to let you know it's going to make it shit worse for you.
Well, I'll take that. I'll see you in court.
He says the way things are now, but they've never changed. They've always been that way. They've always been that way. The problem, or the issue is this. Violent crime has gone up through the roof. Police officers have lost their respect due to idiots, okay? And people are losing cars, their family members, and so forth. And now you want to take people's gun rights away. Are we going to do any more damage or not? No, we're not.
I don't mind people having guns, but they're not educated about what they are carrying.
That's what he's saying.
They're
They need to
not
educate.
educated on what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. It should be, you shouldn't be allowed to just walk in just because you're of age. To go
I
in
feel y'all on that part.
and just, show them your license. They run it. Okay, you ain't got
You talk about a mental health test. They need to be mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be some.
I'm serious.
A test.
Yeah.
I agree.
It should be some required training. If I can't drive
Right.
without taking a test,
why
without
should
having
you get a
some kind of
license
training,
without getting-
why should I have something that can literally be pulled out and killed someone? Because more people are killed by guns than cars. You know what I'm saying? So let's understand, like, and that's a major thing. And what I'm really concerned about, especially out here, because it's like a sport, is the type of guns people like. It ain't no regular like how you went through your whole list. You know what I mean?
You got some choppers.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes, like, this, okay, let me put it this way. And this is not racial, but it's just a perspective, and we all have prejudice because of scenes seen on TV or movies or music, whatever the case. Like, y'all preparing
Yeah, like
to
something.
be a militia.
Like, yo, tell me something. If y'all know something, I need to know.
It starts with, the militia and the, citizens are allowed to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with the militia. And we feel like that's what y'all, like, think of, I'm going to prepare for war. Like, and we feel like we're going to be the victims. So we go get our guns, y'all get your guns, and this one crazy war again. Like,
And this is no insult. It's something I heard,
Yeah,
but it
please,
works out well. I don't care about your feelings. I want to hear the facts. Okay? The fact is, the Constitution guarantees everyone, the right to bear arms. And states have gotten so strict on many individuals. It's almost double jeopardy where you can't be tried for the same crime. All right, so a guy goes in and let's just say he stole 10 steaks down his pants, okay, and he does 3 years for it. When he comes out, because it was over 24-month sentence minimum, he can no longer carry a weapon. That's unfair because the Constitution doesn't deviate off that. Everyone has the right to bear arms. States have implemented ridiculous, and now they're making it harder. And it's not about a revolution. It is about your bare minimum rights. You think about this country, we're going downhill because no one's adhering to the Constitution that we were guaranteed all these rights. States are making different laws every day to change things. Even Governor McMaster is trying to change the gun law right now for the better, to go back towards the Constitution versus so far away from it. Give something back to the people that it's guaranteed to them. This is your guaranteed right. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, the whole 9 yards. I understand what he's saying. If I pull a guy over, it could get bad quick because of he's an idiot. That's where I say, well, then I guess he'll die. If you're that stupid,
I agree with the whole, like, stupid reasons, for lack of a better term, to, like, the prohibiting people from being able to bear arms. I get that. What I'm saying, however, is it seems like this is just perception. Again, because of everything we've seen and done, and like how you say with, people perceive police officers this way. Police officers are worried because they perceive certain communities this way. So it's perception is reality in a lot of cases. But what is perceived is that y'all are preparing for war. Like with all these like
No, and
like
let me be
guns,
clear on that.
like not regular guns.
No,
Yeah, like
it's, it's a sport. It's literally a sport. Like do you like playing basketball?
No, I'm just asking you.
This is beautiful. Do you like to play basketball?
Yeah.
Have you always played it?
Yeah.
Would you say it's a love?
It's a
You truly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to gun owners. Certain gun owners want one gun. I don't want to stereotype women, but most women, they don't want they just want something little that they can protect themselves, generally in the purse. No, I found some women that do, but the majority of the population, you don't have that. Mostly it's guys, and it's because it's fun. A tactical course or going out and who can shoot the most clays, even clay slinging. That's fun. He was talking about being a professional football player. It's all the same. It's recreation. It's something to keep us busy and have fun with. But I think it would be more of a help to the community, to police officers, if everyone was able to carry without all the nonsense behind it and worrying about, well, I didn't go get my concealed carry permit and I got a loaded gun in here, and if I tell the officer, I'm going to go to jail. And then
So what you saying is y'all typically get all of these guns that can really take out several people at a time.
Yep.
Because it's a sport.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the only reason I bought it. I have no other reason. And
No, I'm not just saying you. I'm just saying from a broader perspective.
When I was an instructor, all of us instructors had guns, and lots of them, because it was who had the bigger dick. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
It's just like us with Cadillacs.
There you go. It's the same.
You gotta protect your house. But
You know I'm the director of Team Shelby in South Carolina, right?
But I got a couple of basketballs in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should only have one.
Protecting myself. Got a couple of, but at the same time, y'all got them out, you got them under the couch. You're like, y'all drug dealers.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's what drug
No,
dealers
you're watching too much TV, too much Beverly Hills Cop. No, man,
Okay.
I used to keep mine with locks on them, because I taught gun safety. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I agree with the arguments, but at the end of the day, really it boils down to our rights, and these were given to us a long time ago.
I know what he's saying, but I think white people collect guns different from black people.
That's
Black people,
that's what
I'm trying to
see,
but
because you
I mean,
got
if
like
you
you
say
in the
I'm
hood,
gonna
what
take
we
your
gonna have
word,
because just a
that
kid
is
go to war
just
with
a
weapons.
sport.
He going,
I
even
want-
if
I
collect
want- I'm
them,
gonna
you got
take-
some of them
honestly,
for
I'll
sport,
take
and
it
then
for
some
face
of them
value.
get off my lawn.
Think about it like this. I actually, since I was cleaning the cars today, I drove my Shelby GT500. It's outside, okay? That car is fast. I'm pushing 800 horse to the rear wheels. My wife has one too, okay?
You got a couple of guns in there too?
No.
Oh,
But when I go to a meet, I want to win. My wife wants to win. But there's always going to be someone with more money that can do something much better. It's the same thing with guns. Man, I got a Glock. Man, I got a 50 cal right here.
Because I get it, but then I don't get it because
It's a love of different things.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it is.
Okay.
I get it.
alright.
Well,
That's
I get
all
I
it
get
is.
I
It's
get
just
it.
It's just
a
what's
No,
been
I
passed
do get it.
through
I do get it
generation,
because honestly, y'all was raised in that kind of environment, and this
Right.
goes from a historical point. You know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't though. I wasn't. My dad had one shotgun, and he killed deer with it, and that's it. That's all he ever
but
used.
you learned how to shoot. How old were you?
21.
Okay.
When I went.
How old were your kids when they learned?
But see, he went into the military.
Probably
and
teenagers,
The
right?
environment, hanging with these other guys, kind of drove him.
Yeah,
into it.
and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Someone always introduces something to you.
It's like when I got in law enforcement, I never was a gun. I'm still not really a gun guy. Like I'm not gonna go out there and spend my money on no guns. But I got a love and respect for guns since I've been in law enforcement because I'm around guys that do it. But I'm not as infatuated like you guys are. Man.
No,
Mine.
I'm not even. The last time I shot a gun was a long time ago. Okay. At the end of the day, it is just something different to collect no more than you. Some people enjoy deer hunting. I don't enjoy deer hunting. I think it's the most boring thing you can do. Sit
It
there
looks
all
like
day
it's
looking,
boring,
waiting on
man.
one.
I just had a question
You know-
about the open carry thing again. Like, as far as like, didn't they have? They was arguing about that at the state house as far as like,
Yep.
What was they talking about? Like, nobody, cause it was some reports. I don't want to make sure I'm saying it right, but I remember hearing something about like people not having to even have a permit.
Yeah, you don't. The thing is, you don't have to have a permit to carry. You don't have
So
to have
that
concealed
means
weapons permit.
any old Tom, Dick, and Harry can pull up with
Right,
it. With it.
right.
So I get
now,
what you're
the
saying.
The thing is, by law, by
I don't
by
think
law,
that's a good idea.
right? By law for open carry, you have to have a concealed weapons permit. But, and this is the but part of it, as a police officer, I can't ask you whether or not you got one. So you can not have one all day. You can be a convicted felon and carry your gun
that's what
around.
I'm about to say. I understand what you're saying
Right.
now, because that to me, that's a whole different. That's the Wild Wild West for real. Because anybody, not even just for y'all, for regular citizens.
Regular citizens,
I
yeah.
mean, if I'm coming at him on a fist fight,
Right.
You feel me?
and he
Now-
just pulls out and start lighting my ass up because he's scared.
Yup.
You start
He
because
whooping
you
his behind.
you talking
you see what he's
trash, or
saying
you
now? You
starting
get what
with
he's saying?
me.
You get the best
But
of it. Guess what you're doing?
You're watching too much John Wick.
But
okay?
no, Jason, that can happen though.
That happens every day.
Yeah.
Somebody could come in and watch this. I'm gonna let you speak in a second. Me and you could about hit each other outside in a car, and I jump out. I'm mad. What the hell is wrong with you? You jump out. You mad, and then all of a sudden you approaching me, no weapon, and I said I'm gonna fuck you up, and then you like, nah, I'm gonna fuck you. You run up on me, and then I just pop out. You know what I'm saying? That's too much free access. Now, your life was not
right.
threatened.
Now he's got the right to do that as a citizen. But me as a police officer, you know what I got to have? You know what I got to have in order to shoot you? You got to be in a position to where I'm either in a life or death situation. You got to have a weapon.
Yeah, you got to see a weapon.
You got to be within a certain distance. You got to be this. You got to be that. But this man, as a normal citizen, a convicted felon that done killed somebody before,
That's what I was
can
gonna say.
carry a weapon. And me as a police officer, I can't even ask him whether or not he's got a concealed weapon for me or he has the right to carry that weapon. He's in a car accident. He mad because the guy done hit his new Cadillac and he shoot him.
Yeah, because to me, that's like grooming a coward.
Yeah.
In a sense. I'd rather you go ahead and have a permit and all that. So at least I know you done got trained.
Go through the
yeah,
training
So
and you've been
more responsible for it.
right, because and let me ask you this, because I've been holding this question for the longest time. They got the 3-strike rule, okay? You gave an example of a man stealing steaks, okay? Man steals steaks, goes in Walmart, steals steaks, all right? He goes to court for it. That's one time. All right, he got a $2,000 fine. No, he gets PTI. He gets PTI, so he gets no time, no nothing, no fine, no nothing. Okay, I'm going to do it again. He goes back again, steals steaks again. This time he gets charged and get found guilty. So now that's the second time he's undone it. Now he's got a $2,000 fine. All right, he don't even pay his fine. He go back and do it a third time. All right, I'm serious. He don't even pay his fine. He go back and do it a third time. Okay, third time he goes back. Now he's in jail. The judge say you're not gonna come out of jail. I see you in court date. So he spends about 15 to 18 days in jail. He goes back to court. Then he's got a $2,000 fine. He got time served for the jail time that he might have got for a year. All right, the fourth time, okay, because he got PTI the first time. So this is actually his third time because they dismissed the first time. All right. So now it's the 3-strike rule. All right. So he's undone it a third time, pretty much 4 times really. All right, but he's undone it a third time. Now he goes to court. He gets some jail time. He comes out. He's got the right to bear arms. He does. Now, you mean to tell me you get a man that really don't give a fuck about the laws or anything, a right to bear arms? That tells me that he's now got a gun and he don't give a fuck about what he gonna do, or he's not thinking consciously about what he's gonna do when it comes to his decision making, because he has no regard, because he's already done showed 4 times that I don't care about the laws, nobody's rights, nobody's nothing, because I'm gonna go do what I want to do.
And that means the cancel law and all that other stuff protecting your home really don't even apply. Shit, I can just shoot you in the front of the drive.
Right.
Think about the Constitution, Jay.
Good.
Think about when that was written, man.
No.
No, seriously, think about that.
That's a terrible argument. That's an absolute
Why?
terrible argument.
Why?
Why?
Because
Because it was a different time then than now.
No.
What did you say?
Let him
When the Constitution was written.
Yeah, let him say why. 'Cause,
we were given and guaranteed these freedoms. That's what made America so amazing. That's why we have more immigrants come in every year legally, not Joe Biden crap, than any other country in the world. That
not
want
because
to
of
come
guns.
here for freedoms, all the freedoms that we were guaranteed. Okay? That's what made it amazing. It doesn't matter when these laws were put into effect, because it was a Wild West days back then. Most guys had a holster and gun on their hip when they walked into a bar to have a shot and got back on the horse and hauled boogie out of town. We're using the extreme cases here. There's already been
It might be extreme, but it still it possibly happened.
Anything can happen, though. We can't what if it. We can't what if someone's rights. You can never what if someone's rights, because then you're telling them what somebody can or can't do, and you're no longer free. So here's the argument. They've done 2 or 3 studies on guns that have open carry in the state, in a particular state. I think like Indiana's one, or Illinois is one of those. Crime rates have actually plummeted. Police officers' jobs have been easier. And if you can see it when you approach somebody, automatically you can be right here if you need to be.
But
But the laws are different in those states.
Yeah.
Like
What
in
state-
Virginia.
yeah.
In Virginia, okay? And I can only compare this because I lived there and I worked there as a law enforcement officer. If you're convicted of assault with a weapon, it stays on your record. So I'm going to think differently. I can't get a job. I can't do this. I can't do that because I've been charged with malicious injury to personal property by using a weapon. So now I can't do anything. South Carolina, in 5 years, that shit's gone. So they don't care. Yes, I'm telling you.
That's right. Oh, I take that back. I made a false statement, because it was changed in 2017 or 18. They changed that law. It used to be if you were convicted either of misdemeanor or felony that was you could get more than a 24-month sentence, your gun rights were pulled from you. But the governor changed it. So 5 years, all right. This is
The bottom line is this. If I know, if I'm living in Virginia, and I know if I screw up that certain rights are gone and certain jobs I can't get, then I'm out. I'm not going to do that. You're condemning people. You're condemning people that can never have change. And thank you for saying that. How many times, and I'm sure you've seen it in your lifetime, how many times has a man paid 10 years in prison for something really dumb? Okay? I don't care what it is. I don't care what crime it is. And can't come out and get a job, so he goes back to the same crap. Because society is so judgmental. And the same thing applies in what you just said.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't. I got to argue that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
If a man pays his dues,
it is totally different.
He can change.
It is I feel you with the change part. Where I have to vehemently disagree is you're talking about livelihood versus a right to protect yourself. I get that. I do believe you ought to protect yourself. I'm a gun owner. But I do also understand there's a difference if you do a crime and you can't come out and actually take care of your family, provide for your child and stuff like that. I get that's totally different because you have no other choice but to go and either start a business or go back to crime. You got 2 options.
Yeah, because they don't even have the right to vote.
No, nothing. But if you're just saying, well, I'm an American citizen and I got the right to bear arms. Like, dude, really? Is it really that serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not really. You know, I'm not stripping all of your rights. I'm not saying you can't vote again. I'm not saying you can't have a job. I'm not saying you can't live in a certain community. I'm not saying your kids can't go to a certain school. No, I'm saying you can't bear arms. So That's two different
And what's the age?
situations.
What's the age?
No, and I can't accept
on
that.
There's a huge
for
difference
them to be able to get a gun?
What?
Like in this law?
It's always been shotguns and rifles 18. And handguns and including assault weapons 21.
Actually, I think it's 16 on a shotgun for hunting.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy.
Going from the majors, don't you
A
think?
young man's frontal lobe is not fully developed
Not even at 21, they ain't even
until
mature
25.
enough. Yeah.
But yet you can have a gun, you can be able to do it and bear it and carry it out and like what? You say something.
It's the same argument as the military. You can go in at 18 years old. They can give you a gun to defend your country, but you can't buy a gun to protect yourself.
But in the military, what are they doing with them though? They're training them, and they got certain laws and
Well,
regulations.
it's also there's a lot of things that govern that.
Right.
It's a bad
Right.
argument. At the end of the day, most people that own guns seriously own one, maybe two. You know, a husband and wife each have one. Okay. All right, because different hands, different feel, grip, so forth. Yeah. So I'm not saying, hey, run out and buy you an arsenal. What I'm saying is everyone deserves the opportunity to protect themselves and their family. Period. Everyone deserves that right.
I agree. But you can do something dumb and lose that right. It's just what it is.
You shouldn't have the right to get it back.
Yeah, because how many people
so maybe
are fighting for these gun law rights, but don't mind somebody going to jail and not coming out and be able to work where they work or live where they live, and they fine with that. They ain't gonna argue for that. They ain't gonna picket for that, but they gonna be like, well,
maybe under a heinous crimes act, you know, rape, molestation, murder. I will agree with you. Do I want somebody that would molest my daughter to have a freaking gun? Hell no. Okay? I'm there with you. So they've gotten so, I guess, United States wide has gotten so broad that they have brought everyone in. You can be convicted of pissing outside and become on a sexual predator list for pissing outside because the officer saw your ding-a-ling. Okay?
The officer's a freak.
Okay. But you're going to be on a sex predator list the rest of your life. You're a pervert.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing applies with guns. Most people don't even pick them up. Like there are people that got guns that sit in their nightstands 12 months out of the year. They clean it and they change the ammo and that's it. But everyone has the right to defend themselves in any given situation. You have that right. No one should be able to just take your life because they choose to. You should be able to defend yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say defend yourself in your home and your property in your home. Don't bring that shit to the street, especially a convicted felon. Don't do that.
No,
we ain't got time.
I would have put stipulations on
right.
Whatever this bill they got going on, because that shit is you inviting chaos.
Right.
But that's already been proven false. There are 2 states that have open carry, and the crime rate is actually
Where are
gone
these
down.
states at?
Oh, you have
They're
to
in the North or Midwest?
I think one is Illinois,
Chicago, Illinois,
or Indiana. What?
Indiana.
I know there's one up north.
Say that's a war
one out west. Maybe Washington State, because they show the guy's got a freaking AR-15, and he's
I think
fishing.
one is Texas. Texas is one, right?
No, I know you can carry a gun, but it has to be concealed. We're talking about open carry. The open carry, I know I've read it in 2 states.
But you got to keep in mind, just like I said, those are states where people know if you do something stupid with it, you're done. Those people know that. In South Carolina, they don't know that.
T, you got anything to say?
They don't know that.
All right, well, I guess we're going to agree to disagree on this topic here, man. Yeah. Well, that's it for the show, man. Y'all guys make sure y'all like and subscribe to the content. Fred, we appreciate you coming out. You want to be an official member?
Hey, I mean, y'all want me, I can show
Fred's official member of Shop Talk, man.
Yeah, let y'all vote on it.
Yeah. Fred, you got anything you want to say, man? You got anything you want people to look up for you? Your social media, how they can get in contact with you? They need a tat?
Yeah, you can check me out on Google under Legendary Art Tattoo Studio, or you can look me up on Instagram. and or just pull up to the shop, 1155 North Ginyard Drive, Sumter, South Carolina, and I should be in there from 1 to 9.
Thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. See y'all the next one. Peace.
Yes, boy, get up. First things first, don't do this rap shit to stand out. My plan's about to minimize the folks holding their hands out. Whether you on the corner bumming all day at your man's house, relying on government funds, crying cause they ran out. It's hard to believe you can receive when you ain't ran routes. When chasing the greed, most people bleed cause it don't pan out. It's time to proceed, so take heed to what your plan's about. So you can grow seeds with no weeds, then watch your plans sprout. Everybody wants something but don't know how to get it.